Hi, everyone, and welcome back to GMS Weekly Podcast. Let's walk through what's been happening across the ship recycling markets.
It's been another cautious week with global uncertainty continuing to influence sentiment across shipping and recycling.
We did see a bit of stabilization in the freight markets, with dry bulk indices finally breaking a losing streak, even though overall levels are still well below where the year started.
Oil prices didn't help much either, staying under the $60 mark, which continues to limit confidence.
And once again, the US dollar remains strong, putting pressure on all the major recycling currencies.
That combination has kept tonnage flow thin, with pricing under strain, especially for dry bulk vessels.
In fact, several discussions are still happening below $400 per LDT, and a few recent deals are being heard in the high 370s to 380s range.
Looking at Bangladesh, buyers there have returned to the top of the market, but very selectively.
Yes, the interest is clearly focused on large LDT vessels. Tankers, LNGs, and big bulkers are getting attention.
Smaller units, on the other hand, are facing hesitation and are increasingly being diverted west.
What makes this interesting is that Bangladesh is showing resilience despite softer steel prices, which dropped again this week, and a weaker taka now trading above the 122 level.
Inflation has also ticked higher, and political tension continues to build ahead of elections. Yet recyclers remain active for the right ships.
So if you're holding a large unit, Bangladesh continues to offer some of the strongest engagement right now.
India, meanwhile, continues to send mixed signals.
After a strong start to the year, prices quickly gave back nearly all those gains, making it difficult to gauge near-term direction.
Steel plate prices recovered modestly this week, but the rupee weakened again, edging closer to levels that typically unsettle local buyers.
There was at least some movement on the ground, with 3 vessels arriving at Along, including a tanker of over 16,000 LDT.
Inflation has started to climb out of extremely low territory, which could help stabilize fundamentals as the next few months approach.
For now, though, it remains very much a take-it-as-it-comes environment in India.
Over in Pakistan, buyers are clearly eager to secure tonnage.
Yes, Gadani has moved higher in the market order, even without increasing price levels.
That said, no new vessels have arrived so far, with limited supply, procedural delays, and yard availability continuing to restrict activity.
There was some positive news with the approval of the country's first Hong Kong Convention-compliant yard, and more are expected to follow.
But in the near term, actual deliveries are still expected to remain limited.
Turkey finally showed some signs of life.
After a very quiet stretch, several European RoRo vessels made their way into Aliaga, bringing some much-needed momentum.
This happened even as the lira weakened again and import steel prices moved higher.
Despite that, local recyclers have kept their levels steady, positioning themselves for a potentially busier first quarter.
Overall, the market remains cautious with selective buying and limited supply shaping activity.
But there are early hints of movement in certain regions, and that's something the market will be watching closely.
That's all for this week. Thanks for listening.
And we'll be back again soon with more updates from the ship recycling markets.